Hi, excuse me. Hi, everybody. Another great resource you can use for this Africa project is Britannica Online. It's one of the Iowa AEA online resources. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, from the TAF website, if you go to Resources, Iowa AEA Online, and over here on the left-hand toolbar is Britannica Online. And once you're here and logged in, you'll use the 1053 TAF to log in. I would recommend that you go ahead and click on the high school edition. This gets you the most information. I'll show you how you can switch back to middle and even to elementary if you need to. But I would start with the high because you want the most information that's available to you. Once you're here, I would go ahead and type in your country. I'm going to continue to use Algeria. I'm going to just hit search. And I'm going to open up the main article on Algeria here. So I asked you to go ahead and use the high school edition. I want to point out what the differences are between high school, middle, and elementary. We're going to just take a look at the introduction and just the length of it. So here's the high school introduction, and it's several paragraphs long. And if I click over here where it says reading level and I click to 2, this is the middle school introduction. So it is a little shorter by maybe a paragraph or so. And if I click the 1, it takes me down to what they consider the elementary introduction, which takes it down to just a couple sentences. So that's it. Then they're on to geography. So that's the difference between the elementary, middle, and high. So I would always encourage you to try the high first and see what you can get out of that. And if you need to be at the middle school or elementary level, please do so. Some other things about the Britannica page itself. It has a table of contents for each country, and will have sections for land, people, economy, government, culture, cultural life, history, and some additional reading, which you probably won't need for this particular project. And it has a little section called Profile. In both these sections, there's an Expand button. If I expand right here, this gives me a good snapshot of what is the official name of the country, what's its form of government, who is its head of state. In this case, this is a link to the president, and I'm sure there's another article here dedicated to the president. What's its capital? Again, this is a hyperlink. You could go learn about the capital city. Languages, religion, what do they use for money, what's its population, total area, what are its life expectancies, that kind of thing. Here's a literacy rate. You'll notice that these numbers might differ a little bit than what you see at Culturegram, and that just shows how much each resource is different. Anyway, there's a third resource that we'll look at called the CIA World Factbook here on another video, and I would look at those pieces of information across all three and make your best guess at what you think is the most accurate. This one tells you that it was done in 2012 and in 2006. So maybe there is one that's done in 2014 or even 2015, and so you would use the most current one then. Okay? So that is a little quick profile shot if you hit the expand button here. You can also expand the table of contents for your article and scroll and find the things that you are responsible for researching for this particular project. So if you are responsible for religion, you can come down here and see that there is a link straight to the religion chapter, if you will, on this article. Okay, and again, there are hyperlinks throughout the article that if you need to find out more information about what they're talking about, you can follow those hyperlinks. Okay. I'm going to scroll back up here to the top. There are images embedded in the article. If you, like, I know some of you need maps. So if I go ahead and open up this map, it actually opens, there's tabs up here, article, images and video, and related. So it opened up the images and video tab. I can right click on this if this is a map that I think I need to save. You can save the picture into your own picture folder and then use it later when you're designing your pages in Publisher. If for some reason you're using scissors and literally cutting out the picture, you could print it, but there really shouldn't be a reason for you to do that for this particular project because you are designing those pages over in Publisher, these guys. So you should really just save the picture so you can bring it into a Publisher page. Okay. Let me go back here to the article and point out that things in Britannica also have a way to cite them for your bibliography. It's this little symbol with a check mark in it right here. And we are using the MLA style here at Taft and actually in all Cedar Rapids schools. So that's the one that pops up here. There are a few other choices, but we are using MLA. And this is the only time that it's ever appropriate to select and copy paste. So I can copy and I can paste this onto my bibliography page. It's not pasting. There. I said keep text only when I pasted. So that's a little lesson. So right over here you said keep source formatting, merge formatting, or keep text only. It allowed me to keep the text only as a paste. I'm not going to paste that again, but that's how you get it to show up there, okay? And then I would make sure that I save my bibliography as I work. I'm going to minimize that a second and close this citation. And the other thing I would say as you are doing your research here, as you read, make sure that when you take your notes, you're putting them in your own words, because you should never be copying and pasting anyone else's work, ever. Okay? Thanks for listening, and we'll move on to the CIA World Factbook here in just a minute.